So you were saying on the Zone yesterday that you were ready to give Braekhus a retirement party. So I see you're keeping things nice and spicy during fight week.
Yeah, I mean, she's the one who mentioned it. She's the one who alluded to it. She's the one who seemed super relieved after her loss in Tulsa, and I feel like I'm just giving her what she wants.
Okay. Well, it's been entertaining to watch, nonetheless. But isn't something that we usually see from you before fights during fight week.
Yeah.
So what kind of started all this between you guys?
I don't know. I don't know if I've just been like the super nice person, or I'm not a bad person, and there's no bad blood between us. And I think she'll say the same thing. This is business, and she has an obligation to be a role model in boxing. And when she, being a role model, says that she's going to quit, says she's going to retire, or comes up with all these excuses as to why she lost and blames the pandemic, which everybody on that card went through the pandemic, she's failing as a role model. And those things I don't really take lightly.
Mm-hmm. Do you think you've gotten under her skin at all? Because she's never acted like this before.
I've gotten under her skin, in her brain, in her nightmares, everything.
So she's been back and saying that she doesn't really respect your route to becoming undisputed champion. And given what you've been through and the risks that you've taken, what you've already achieved, what is your response to all of that?
The only reason that she lost is because of her. So she can only blame herself. And I'm here to take everything. I fought warriors before her. I fought champions, world champions, people who had amazing winning streaks or more fights than me, or had been more rounds than I had been. I'm always the underdog. We're coming into this fight with B-side mentality, and I'm ready to take it again.
Do you feel like she hasn't given you the respect you deserve?
I don't need her respect. I'll take what's mine.
And how do you look back on Tulsa? What emotions?
Tulsa was amazing for so many reasons. Me, as an African American, I wanted to bring a positive light to Tulsa in a time where everybody was looking at Black Wall Street and looking at some of the just negative connotations that the city had, and I wanted to be able to brighten that up with some kind of history and something that my people could look back to. So it was an amazing experience.
And what kind of fight are you expecting on Saturday night?
I'm expecting a lot of holding, a lot of elbows, a lot of craziness. That's kind of what I've experienced in rematch before with Erica Farias, and I expect to really show what we've been working on. I'm excited.
And what were the key factors the first time around that led to your victory?
My determination, my drive, my team. Our cohesiveness, we all went in there together, and I felt like she went in there by herself, and she went out by herself too.
So even since your last outing, we've seen so many great women's bouts in boxing. And how significant is this fight for you, considering that it is Women's History Month?
Every fight is very significant, and every fight should be taken with such seriousness and professionalism as the fight before, no matter when it is. I feel like women should be celebrated all the time, and but we're going to take this platform, we're going to take this time and this highlight, and we're going to make the best out of it.
So you're confident that you get past this fight Saturday night. You cement your position at the top of the division. Who's next?
There's been so many names, and people talk about Katie Taylor, and people talk about Clarissa Shields, and talk about Cyborg for a crossover fight, and everybody's just like really talking. And it's like, if you want to make the Katie fight, let's make it. Both fighters get $1 million. We make more women's history. Things go crazy. Her fans in Ireland and our fans in the U.S. Let's get some more people on the undercard. Summer Lynn, she's from the U.S. against Caitlin, she's from Ireland. We could really make this thing crazy and big, and that's what we should continue to do for female boxing.
Well, Saturday night, looking forward to seeing you back in the ring.
Thank you.